Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. Today we are the 6th of July 2020. Yesterday the week ended. We are Monday today, so we can look at the bigger picture with the weekly Bitcoin chart, and we see this is the candlestick of last week. There was not much movement because the candlestick is very small, but when we look at the weekly stochastic RSI, we see that the weekly stochastic RSI is still bearish and still going down, and it's a good indicator which shows the trends in the longer term. For example, here after the top in February, the weekly stochastic RSI showed the downtrend very well, and the same is happening here, and we are clearly in a downtrend, and we are still moving between these orange trend lines, which have been valid since the end of 2017, which was the all-time high for Bitcoin, and since December of 2019 we are also moving between these blue lines, and this is a so-called megaphone pattern. When we look at a more detailed chart, this is the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. We see that the price of Bitcoin is still moving between these two trend lines, and we are almost retesting this brown trend line, and it's even possible that we will retest the blue resistance line, but probably we will face a rejection on the brown trend line or on the blue trend line, and then come down, and maybe that will be the start of a big decline, and then we will come into this area. This is the ATR indicator, and the ATR indicator is still very low, and this means that we can expect a big movement soon, because the ATR indicator shows the volatility, and after a period of low volatility we often have a higher volatility with a big movement up or down, and this indicator shows the width of the Bollinger Bands, and this indicator is also very low, and it shows the same as the previous indicator that we will have a big movement soon. So I expect that the Bitcoin price will first go up a little and maybe face rejection on this brown trend line or on this blue trend line, and then come down to this area. And this is a chart with an ellipse. And this ellipse shows a strong resistance line because it was a resistance or a support on several occasions since the start of 2018. This was one occasion. This is the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth occasion. So this line represents strong resistance. So we are now moving inside the ellipse, and probably when we reach the boundary of the ellipse, we will come down because I expect that we will move inside the ellipse as long as possible. And this is also a chart of Bitcoin. This is a 4-hour chart with circles, and this was the top of the 1st of June, and this was 1 month before the top, and now we are 1 month after the top. So this is more or less a symmetrical pattern, and when we entered the symmetrical pattern, we entered it in the red zone, in the red ring. Then we pushed up a little bit until we reached the yellow circle, and then we came down again into the red ring. Now we were first in the red ring and we pushed up a little bit, and now we are close to the yellow circle, and it's even possible that we will go up a little more like we did here, and then we will have a big movement down. This is what I expect. And the price of Bitcoin is also closely correlated to the stock market. This is the chart of the S&P 500. First, we breached this support line, and then we retested it. Then we breached this support line, and now we retested it, and probably now we will go down again to this support line and then cross it again. And this is the daily chart, but when we change to the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly stochastic or SI is still bearish, even if we had a strong green week in the previous week. This was all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and see you next time.